African Muzzleloading Hunt 2005, Kudu and Zebra, William Hovey Smith 2015. I'm the author of Extreme Muzzleloading and an 8-book ebook series on muzzleloaders. And here I am sitting on the porch at Spear Safari's camp in the Limpopo province of South Africa, talking at great length about my coming muzzleloading hunt. Now, on this hunt, I'm going to take 3 different muzzleloading guns and take 5 species of big game. Now, the guns I'm going to be using include a Knight rifle in .45 caliber, a double-barrel smoothbore 12-gauge slug shotgun from David Petersali, and an Encore pistol in .50 caliber, which is also a muzzleloader. Yeah, and the game I have on my schedule include Kudu, Zebra, Blue Wildebeest, Impala, and of course Warthog. And we hope to get all of this done during about a 5-day hunt. So, whoa, I really got to get on the stick and get this accomplished. And here I am, and we're on the back porch there, and we're looking out on a pond, and there are actually African critters down there watering on the pond right now. So I have a view of various species of game. Now here I am loading up. Yep. Now when I was making this video, I was 62 years old, and now I'm 73, so this was about 10 years ago. And here we are, we're getting started. Now we're walking on a dry riverbed, which is also used as a road. And this is typical. You can see the rutted tracks there. Now you'll notice Ernst is only carrying the shooting sticks. He's not armed. Yeah, if you go on these hunts, you're going to have to shoot your own beasties, guy. I mean, he's not going to shoot them for you. So he's going to show you the game and set you up well, and hopefully you'll be able to see something. Okay, now that was a glimpse of a kudu right there. And that was the only part of that animal we ever saw. We hunted for him, but we never saw him again. That's why they're called the gray ghost. And here we are. We're approaching a stock tank. And I'm going to cut out a little hidey hole in the vegetation there and look out over the tank and see if we have any shootable critters come in. Now, just because a critter shows up does not necessarily mean that you're going to take it. Because you want to take truly trophy animals. After all, you paid a lot of money to get over there and do this. And you want to make sure that you get at least a good representative species. Yeah, I wanted my guns to really show the stuff. So this hunt was actually more about proving the guns than it was about me shooting the greatest whatever that existed. I'm really not too interested in that. But I did want some decent specimens. Now there's a glimpse of a warthog we had there, but it was too small to take. That's where the professional hunters really come in good. They help you judge the critters. Otherwise, you don't have a clue. Yeah, it's a warthog, but is it worth shooting or not? Now, there is the kudu. Yeah, look at that thick stuff he's in. And I've got to put a bullet through that stuff, guy. And here I'm set up on the shooting sticks and getting ready to take a shot. And the guide is saying, go ahead, take him. You know, bang. All right. There he went. And he's down. And he's gone. What? What happened? Well, we're going to find out. Did he run off? I could not see for the smoke. Now, I have reloaded by this time, by the way, and we are approaching the animal, and we don't know where he's going to get up and run or whatever's going to happen to him. I sight in on him, and Ernst says, well, go ahead and get closer and make sure you put one in the spine so that you're sure you get him down dead. He looks like he's okay, but, you know, these things can get up and run. And that thing snagged my cap, too. And by the way, this is the first time I ever knew I was going bald on the back of the head. This is the first view I ever had of the back of my head, so I really didn't know. Well, now I do. Okay. So we go ahead and we take a shot. Come on. Let's do it now. Bang. And the animal convulses, and that's it. Okay. that was actually needed. On these big creatures, yeah, it pays to take a second shot. These are big, powerful creatures. That animal weighs something approaching 1,000 pounds. He has got good horns and good hooves. And if that thing gets up and starts running at you, I mean, that thing can kill a man very, very easily. He's that big. And you'll see it, another view of it, when we start loading him up on the back of that truck. Yeah. Now, we talk about the kudu here, and I show you where the shot hit. Tell you it went a little bit high. It would have been preferably to have put it right there. But even so, it did bring him, it did have enough power to inflict a lethal wound. The second shot went as diagonally as I pointed right there. So we talk about the creature a little bit. This happens to be a lesser kudu. Oh, that's an impressive set of horns on him. There is a larger version down in the Kalahari area, but this is a lesser version. And Ernst congratulates me on my first trophy and our good luck on taking him straight away on the first day. And here he is actually being loaded rather unceremoniously, but effectively up on the back of the Toyota. Yeah, this is how you have to do it, guys. I mean, these creatures are, he's about like the size of moose. So, not quite that big, but nearly. So, they take some trouble. Now, you never know what you're going to run into when you get out in these places like this. And sometimes you'll see things big and black and dangerous, like these rhino. Mother and calf. That's the last thing we want to take. I'm glad to see them, and I'm glad to see they're prospering and doing good and all this kind of good stuff, but I really don't want to run into them too often. So we go ahead and avoid those and continue looking. Now here we see some impala running out in front of us. And at night, we come in and have a nice supper, which is served very formally, as you see, candles and the whole 9 yards, and get ready for the next day. Now, this is the next day, and we're still looking for our zebra. And what we see there are impala again. A lot of impala running everywhere. As a matter of fact, they have to cull them regularly just to keep the population down so they don't eat up all the grays. And there is a bit of a zebra. Now, my problem is, what in the world am I looking at? Because I'm just brought up there. Well, that was a tail and he's gone. Now, we approached that zebra 3 different times in that thick brush before I have a shot. And, of course, Ernst wants me to shoot it, but he doesn't want me to take a terribly bad shot. I mean, yeah, we want to kill that thing. And here he is, and he's facing to the left. And you can see the tail, the little short tail. That's how he knows it's a male. We have quite a discussion on how you sex zebras, which is not one of my skills. But Ernst knows how to do it. What he says is, you look for that short tail because they bite each other's tail. You look for a thick neck. And here I am setting up for a shot. And you see he's covering his ears. And bang. Okay, get the shot away. Smoke, 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 smoke. Zebra goes down, gets up, and moves. Whoa. I'd rather that not happen, but that's what commonly happens with game shot in Africa with anything. They're difficult to get down with one shot. Oftentimes they take a second. Here I'm reloading. You see a little bit of me seating the power belt bullet there, and we're getting ready to go and actually pursue it and finally kill it. The gun is a little stiff to load right now because it has a fouled bore. And here, again, a little glimpse of the animal as I shot it. Now we're going to go and see if we can find it. Ernst is looking with his glasses. We had a blood trail. And he says, okay. Yeah, there it is. All right. He looks down. Okay, but get ready. If he comes up, if he moves, shoot him, because he could get up, because we don't know how badly that animal is hit yet. And so we approach ready, and I've got my gun ready to shoot, And Ernst looks at him. He's not breathing. He feels fairly confident at this stage he's dead. You see we're approaching fairly rapidly right now. And we look at him, and he is a beautiful animal. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. That's my first zebra, the first one out of zoos that I've ever seen, and certainly the first one I've ever touched. So we're talking about the zebra and going to talk about him some more. And I was very pleased with the shot and the performance of it. As it turned out, that was a particularly good shot. It was right where it was supposed to go. I could see behind the front leg, and that .45 caliber bullet passed through both lungs. So it put him down fairly well, although he ran about 100 yards. These are tough animals. Unless they are hit hard in the spine and go down and stay down, difficult. This is the only lacking of a multi-shot of capacity, is with muzzleloaders, typically you only have the one shot. So you've got to do your damnedest to make sure that one shot goes in the right place, because you don't have the option of a rapid follow-up. Although I am carrying my Encore pistol, as you see. That's that strap slung over my shoulder, and it's hanging down on my left side. So that does give us an option, and I'll, on a later beastie, actually use it. You can see the pistol better now. Now, Ernst and I are talking about the zebra, and he is telling me that this is a virtual zebra, that it has a shadow stripe between the dark bands, and that the bands go all the way down to the stomach. Now, what happened to this critter? Well, quite frankly, he got it. Yep. We had zebra backstraps, and all the animals taken, by the way, were sold on the South African market as meat animals. Zebras are a member of the horse family, and zebras, by the way, eat pretty good, and so they did. Now here we're at a water hole, and we see zebras again. Now you see the animal standing off to the left. Now that happens to be the herd stallion, so Ernst told me. I would not have known otherwise. And we're looking out at the water hole, and we're seeing what's coming in. Now, one of the pleasures of being on an African safari is being able to see other species of game. And here is an impala coming through, and he's a buck, and he is in rut, and he is vocalizing. You'll see him stop. There he goes. And so he proceeds. And here we have the zebras coming in to drink. This is actually another group of zebras. We had two groups coming in. You can see how these animals, if left unchecked, will overpopulate their range. This is, after all, a high fenced enclosure, although it is thousands of acres. Whoa. And it's electric fence, too, to keep things like rhino in as well as elephant. Yeah, they've got elephant out here, too, although we didn't happen to see one. We did see lion. And here's a warthog. He's coming down to drink. Now, we will later take warthog, but we were looking actually for a bigger one. And so there he is again. But we're holding out for a bigger one, so we don't shoot this one or this one. So we just watch the tableau come by until we find some hopefully shootable critters. And he goes down for a drink. Now, this is a blue wildebeest, although he is a smallish one, and we don't take him. So, again, this is what the hunting's all about. It provides money to provide safe habitat for these game animals. If they were not protected, if they were not hunted, if there was no money involved, they would quickly get shot to extinction. So this is what the safari industry does. Now, I'm the author of Extreme Muzzleloading, as well as Backyard Deer Hunting, and the series of muzzleloading books that I mentioned, including Muzzleloaders for Hunters and Shooting and Maintaining Your Muzzleloader. Now, to arrange either a photo or shooting safari, you can contact Spear Safari through their website, www.spearsafari.com. To find out more about my books, blogs, and nearly 450 videos, you can go to my website, www.hoviesmith.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless. Now, here's a little bonus footage. This is another shot of that rhino, and you'll see him a little bit clearer perhaps here. You notice I'm bringing my gun down? No, I'm not about to shoot him. Her, actually. Not unless I really have to, and we didn't. And here is a little bit showing the details of me loading the gun at a close-up. I just dropped down the pellets, and you can see me seat the bullet there in the bore. And that's a long bullet for .45 caliber. As a matter of fact, that's the longest power belt bullet made in .45 caliber. So it's the heaviest one I could get. And you see me ram it home and seat the ramrod. And now we actually load it up and make it ready to fire.